That's why it's important to stay in a happy, upbeat mode, no matter what is coming at you. No matter if someone's on the phone beaking at you, man, just hang up. Just be like, just say, I mean, I'd use more colorful language than that, but I would just hang up the phone, Carl. That's all you gotta do,
man.
I
know, but they was just de-energizing me.
Yeah, well, that's why you hang up the phone, bro. You hang up the phone, they can't de-energize you anymore,
then
right?
I'd pick up another one, and they'd be, I don't want to get it cost too much money.
Oh, hey, Carl, I got a story for you.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I used to work in telemarketing, okay? I used to work, oh, God, yes.
I do. All right, go ahead.
and I'd get some people that would be on the phone with me and they're like, well, how do I know this money's going to this charity you're calling about? I'd be like, well, actually, you don't know. But I can assure you that, hey, I'm not pocketing it, but I can if you want me to. If you really think that I'm stealing your money, I could do that because I do have your credit card number here. And, I could just take your credit card number and go buy a bunch of shit. But, and that's when people would get like that, I would just put a positive spin on it and make a joke. And unfortunately, when my boss was listening and he's like, Chris, you can't do that. I'm like, well, why? The guy's trying to bring me down, and I'm like, no. Like, if he really thinks I'm gonna go spend his money, why don't I just tell him I'm gonna go spend his money? He's like, well, because that makes us look bad. I said, well, then perhaps you shouldn't be cold calling people, asking them for donations over a telephone. I actually could have ran that place because I said, do you ever meet these people? There's no video communication. If they don't donate, you wait a year to call them back. I'm like, you guys, this is never going to work. And of course, they made a bunch of changes over the years. But I worked for that company about 5 times, Zentel it's called. And, I'd get fired and come back because and now they fire you if you don't make enough sales in one evening. And I'm like, well, it's all working against us. Like, how do you expect anybody here to make any sales if you're putting that kind of pressure on them? They just have the complete wrong idea about how selling works because you're not when you're selling, you're not selling a product, you're selling the person. You're selling yourself to that person. And that's what engages them in a buying decision with you is your attitude, the way you present yourself, your sincerity, your integrity, if you have their best interests at heart. That's what makes people buy stuff from you. It's not necessarily what you have that creates the sale. It's the kind of person you are and how you make the person feel before they decide to buy something from you. That's why I know when we all go grocery shopping. I know when I go grocery shopping, there's certain places I don't go because I could be looking for something and employees will see me looking for stuff and nobody stops to ask if I need help. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You're probably not getting paid any. No, it's not. Because it all depends on if they're getting paid to do that. If they're not getting paid to stop and help you, that's not their job. Who knows if the company's paying them to do that, to go that extra mile.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there's people out there that go that extra mile, and I see it all the time at Walmart, and I bet you anything they don't get any extra incentive to do that. So it's a balancing factor because if somebody's going to go the extra mile, they should be compensated for it. And unfortunately, in the traditional employee-employer world, it doesn't always work like that. I know in network marketing and entrepreneurship, it works like that because if it doesn't, you're going to lose your customers, you're going to lose your business prospects, you're going to lose friends, you're going to lose everything. So it's a very different mindset. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox. So, what about you, Dan?
No, I was just going to say I agree with you on a lot of that. Also, if we remember, a lot of businesses and stuff do get into business to sell a service or something, but they forget about the service part of it. And they don't compensate or do enough to help adequately equip their people to be able to do that. So therefore, you have that, energy suck that, oh, well, I'm not getting anything. It's not worth my time or energy. Except for the few rare people, like you said, some at Walmart here, there, whatever, that it's just part of who they are and what their nature is, and they get a big sense out of serving and going that extra mile because to them that's part of who they are. Plus they want people to do that back to them. Absolutely. When they go out. So I think that's why in entrepreneurship and MLM and the network marketing world, why we go to that level and we go to that because we understand that it's not the product, it's not anything, it's the relationship and what you do to get to, like you said, their pain points, their issues, and how you can best solve the issue for them and make them happy on their terms.
Yeah, no, that's completely right. That's how any successful business is ran. You know, you got to look after your customer. You got to look after their needs, or they're not going to be buying shit from you for very long. You know, I mean, and that's the corporate world it has unfortunate circumstances in that regard, because that's not how they look at it. All they look at it is money. How much money can we make? How much money can we make? And how many people have to burn through to make this kind of money? And we don't care if they only buy something once. We can it's all numbers in the corporate world, unfortunately. And I really believe that the way the economy is going, entrepreneurship is going to be the new mainstream form of income, because you look at sorry, Dan, go ahead.
I was going to say it's already been rising since the mid 90s and actually 80s. It's been growing steadily to where a lot of people, and now with the onset online, people buying stuff online and things like that. And look at some of the major malls in America.
I know.
They're you know, the major I can't think of the word I'm thinking, but the one major, you know, company that is like the major company that keeps, you know, the mall in business, and then all the other little stuff like Sears and some of these places, look at them. They're not being responsive or agile enough to make response to address the issues out there in the market. That's where network marketing come in. We adapt, we adjust, we make those things to make it, you know, better for them and easier. Sorry.
No, I talk too much anyway. Just tell me to shut up. Anyway, another thing I was going to say is you look at entry-level jobs now. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, those kinds of places. They're being replaced by machines. There's already certain McDonald's in the world that the entire front part of the restaurant is ran by kiosks. They take or even there's a couple here in Brennan when I go to get my coffee there. There's a kiosk. There's nobody at the counter standing waiting for you anymore to pay for your order. Now there's one till now instead of 4. So little by little, these entry-level jobs, these employers are replacing human beings. So I'm going to say right now, if you don't get into the entrepreneurial field, you might be screwed. Because, I mean, people, this is how it works. Go ahead, Josh.
Oh, sorry. No, I said I was...
Oh, that was you. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I agree with that, because it seems like, as you're saying, they're going mechanical and stuff like that with the robots or whatever the heck they're using to wait on people. That means that breaks down the relationship between the people.
Yeah, the customer.
They're not going to want to
server.
come back to a type place in which the people aren't friendly, welcoming them there. How are you today, or whatever that they might say. That relationship, but being an entrepreneur, then if you're doing it right, you have to build a relationship.
Oh, of course.
Because you can't visually see them.
Oh, yeah.
You can't be feeling their vibrations because you're not standing close to them. Like you could be chatting along, but you don't know what they're thinking.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Somewhere else. So obviously, I agree with that, because there's more relationship building here in entrepreneurship and all these network marketing, if you're doing it right, obviously, than there is by this McDonald's that's being waited on by a robot.
Well, one thing I will say, just to kind of segue and carry on your point, Carl, is there's a different mentality. The people that go into fast food restaurants is people who want to go into a restaurant and have an atmospheric experience. So if I was going to take my girlfriend out for dinner, I sure as hell wouldn't be taking her to McDonald's. Okay, not only because I don't eat that crap, but because I want to create ambiance. I want to take my girlfriend somewhere nice where she's going to be able to enjoy herself, and where our server is going to be warm and kind and have a conversation with us. People that buy fast food, that's not how their brains work. So, and the fact that the industry knows that, meaning the customer relationship with the employees is not as important, because basically fast food's an assembly line. And the faster they get that food out there, the more money they make, the more people will come, because, you know, the people that eat that garbage, the zombies will go to the other zombies. Hey, do you know how fast I got my burger today? I got my burger in 15 seconds, man. Oh, really? Oh, that's awesome, man. And, you know, lined up for miles. And whenever I go by Tim Hortons, the lineup in the drive-thru is insane. And I'm like, that coffee's not even that good. What the hell are they putting in that shit?